We can get into Musk as we go along, if you like, because I've been following him for years and years and years, long before he bought Twitter. And I concluded that this guy is pushing so many elements of this cult agenda that when he bought Twitter, I thought, there's a scam here. I'm just gonna observe for a bit and see what it is. And what was happening before he bought Twitter, and this is all part of this, what we're talking about, this alternative media hijack. You had people within the alternative media that were questioning what he was doing. They were looking at Neuralink, connecting AI technology to the human brain. And they're going, well, hold on a minute, that's the World Economic Forum policy. They were seeing him calling for a carbon tax. Well, hold on a minute, that's the World Economic Forum policy. And so many other things. They were seeing, and this is something we need to get into later, these low orbit satellites being put out there by SpaceX that are firing electromagnetic fields at the Earth to, along with the towers, the 5G towers in the urban areas, etc. They're creating what they call the cloud, this electromagnetic cloud. Well, this is the emergence of the hive mind, which I'd like to talk about in much more detail as we go along. And so they were kind of looking at all these things that Musk was doing. I mean, the electric cars, climate change, and all this stuff. Once he bought Twitter, gone. No more questioning. He's bought Twitter. We're back on Twitter now. And everything was forgotten. I saw people in the alternative media making speeches. Oh, you can't trust Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not our friend. He's taking us towards transhumanism. Same people, doe-eyed. Elon, thank you, Elon, for reposting me. Just because he's bought Twitter.
And given them their voice back.
Well, their voice back in what sense? What's emphasized through that platform is basically the mainstream alternative media, what I'm talking about. And, there's a lot going on that people don't realize. What Musk does is he picks fights here and there with people, like governments or whatever. And he'll do it very publicly. If they say, you need to take this down, right? And he refuses. But often, eventually, he agrees. But it's like, oh, Elon, he's standing for free speech. Well, in the 6 months, let's just go one step back from there. The Twitter before, and these are official figures from data collection on these things. The Twitter before Musk was taking down about 50% of the demands from governments that content was removed from Twitter, right? Under Musk, it's 80%. How many people know that? And then you had the set to with the Australian government over this attack on this preacher in the church, if you remember. And the Australian government said to Twitter X, Musk, you need to take down that content. And what they did was take it down in Australia. And then the Australian government said, no, we want it taken down globally. And there was a set to because, Musk said, well, no, I'm not taking it down globally. I'm taking it down in Australia. And there was this, oh, no, he's standing for freedom of speech. In the 6 months to March of this year, X took down 40,000 pieces of content demanded by the EU globally. And it also turns out that he's been taking down globally other pieces of content demanded were taken down by the Australian government even. So what you do is you pick a fight, you're very public, but in the background, you're taking stuff down at a bigger rate than the previous Twitter. But what's been left up there is the big focus on this alternative media myopia that I'm talking about. And, it's in your face. He appoints a CEO of Twitter, Linda Yaccarino, who is a stalwart of the World Economic Forum of Klaus Schwab. And she says that they have a policy of free speech but not free reach, whereby you can post it, but basically if it's not what is acceptable, they'll make sure hardly anyone sees it. It's called shadow banning. Loads of people are being shadow banned on Twitter X. And then she says, and if something's lawful but awful, you're going to struggle to find it on X. Now, Brian, that is not free speech absolutism. And this is the other thing, and I'll finish on this point, and you can come back. It's a big mistake if you see how things are as how things are always going to be. Because things are not always going to be as they are. And we're going to see more and more censorship as we go along, involving Twitter X. And as said in the reveal, the thing that Musk has is getaway car, while still retaining his I'm a free speech absolutist, is government regulation, where they say to him, take it down or else. And then he goes, I don't want to take it down. I think it's outrageous what they're doing, but I've got no choice. Which is exactly what he's just said about Brazil, because he's just closed the X office in Brazil and actually said basically those words. So there's always this backstop of government regulation that can delete free speech while he can still be the hero. And, what I've found interesting about Musk is that he's been saying a few things over the time he's been on Twitter, but he's never been overtly political. He's never kind of jumped on a party political thing. The moment the Trump shooting situation happened, he was immediately in, and now he is absolutely overtly political, supporting Trump, apparently accepting that he would take a government position if it was given to him by Trump. And what's the focus of attention that's happened, not just because of that, but absolutely been accentuated by that? The focus on the answer being politics and the political system.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing in crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.